It started as a quiet night in the city, just the hum of the fridge and the cold blue glow of my phone screen. Then, a notification buzzed. A message from a number I knew by heart. It was my own number. I chuckled, a short, nervous sound. "Yo, what is this?" I whispered to the empty room, trying to stay calm. But then came the secrets. Things I'd never told anyone. Details of my life that only I could possibly know. My smile faded. A cold chill crept up my spine. This wasn't a prank. This was something else entirely. I looked at the digital clock on my bedside table. The red numbers were flipping fast, as if time itself was accelerating. The silence in the apartment became heavy, pressing against my ears. I could hear my own heart hammering against my ribs. 2:13, the exact moment the world seemed to stop breathing. Then, the sound that shattered the stillness. 3 heavy, rhythmic knocks. They didn't come from the front door. They sounded like they were coming from inside the wall. I stood up slowly, my legs feeling like lead. Primera detonó. I had to see who was on the other side. My hand shook as I reached for the handle. My instincts screamed at me to turn back, but I couldn't. I turned the lock and pulled. The door creaked open, revealing nothing but the empty, dimly lit hallway of my building. A prank. It had to be a prank. I let out a jagged sigh of relief, leaning against the doorframe. But as I stepped back into the room, a dark blur moved in the corner of my eye. Something was in here. Suddenly, a figure lunged from the darkness. A face I recognized, distorted by pain and sheer desperation. It was me, or a version of me. His clothes were torn, his face bruised as if he'd been through a war. He wasn't attacking. He was frantic. He grabbed a cracked phone and began typing with trembling fingers. He looked at me one last time, his eyes filled with a warning. He couldn't speak aloud. Then, he hit send. I stumbled to the mirror, my heart stopping as I saw my own reflection begin to change, to fade, to darken. The cycle was complete. I was the one sending the warnings, and I was the one who failed to heed them. Locked in a loop of my own making, forever trying to save a past that has already happened. Some fates can't be outrun, especially when you're the one chasing yourself through the dark.